Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. Last week, Nipsey Hussle's funeral took place in Los Angeles, packed house at the Staples Center. But on Sunday, that was a rally in New York. It was called Kings Stop Killing Kings March. It was led by the rapper Mysonne, who knew Nipsey Hussle well. Also, one of the folks who spoke there is his good friend, Tamika Mallory. And here is some of that rally.
That it was bothering me, it was on my heart, the parallels of the two Eric Holders. One Eric Holder is accused of killing Nipsey Hussle. The other Eric Holder was the Attorney General of the United States of America, the first black. Those two people matter equally. I know that we want to condemn one for taking our brother's life. But we must recognize that the system that has been discussed here today, it made that Eric Holder and the other Eric Holder. And it is our responsibility, brothers and sisters, not to look at the shooter as being someone who our community does not care about. That's right. If we don't care about the person holding the gun as much as we do the person on the other side, we're missing the mark. That's right. All of our brothers and sisters matter. I will stand with my people every time. Every time. So when they tell me to speak against my brothers and sisters, I will not do it. Right. I will not condemn us because America has condemned the black and brown woman and man for too long.
All right, folks, that was one of those videos there. This also, the video I'm going to share with you, this was shot by Damn Deans at the very same march as well, so go to that.
Save the children! Stop the violence! Save the children! Save me!
Nipsey Hussle!
What's his name?
Nipsey Hussle!
Today we are pledging to stop killing kings. Kings to stop killing kings. You know, we just lost Nipsey Hussle, which was a very inspirational, motivational part of my life. Some didn't even listen to his music, but then when this happened, you started doing research and listening to his message. So this is what we're here for. We are here to reaffirm that we are brothers and we are sisters, and that we love each other. As we march down here, every so often I want you to look at a brother and say, I love you and I respect you, King. And I want to see you live.
You might age with time comes wisdom, and his wisdom, he was wise beyond his years. A lot of us are looking for that way. A lot of us want to do something better. A lot of us want to do something different, and we don't know how. He was one of those people that was the extension cord to explain to you how to do something different. He was telling you not to be violent. He was telling you to be entrepreneurs. He was telling you to educate yourself. He was telling you to unify.
I'm a urban legend. South Central and
I want to go back to my panel on this. I mean, this is, again, one of the things that in the wake of Nipsey Hussle's death is that having real conversations about how we interact with one another, how we deal with conflict resolution, where the answer is not, in terms of from disrespect, is to get a gun and kill someone. This is something that, these are conversations, Kelly, we have to have internally, regardless of what people are saying externally.
We absolutely need to have that conversation. But I also want to note that I was reading up on this march, and the notion of black on black crime kept coming up. And I really want people to disabuse themselves of the notion that black on black crime exists. These crimes happen because of proximity, and black people are proximate to black people.
But here's my deal. Here's my whole deal. Okay, if somebody says black on black crime, I'm going to say white on white crime. And I'm going to say, so my deal is, the problem for me is when we allow folks to somehow establish that there's black pathology as if white folks don't kill each other. But I still believe, though, that fine, even if that's the case, we still have to deal with the reality of what happens in our communities where we are killing each other and the PTSD, the trauma that it is causing as a result.
You know, Roland,
no, I absolutely agree.
Hold, Julian. Kelly, finish there, Julian.
No, I'm saying I absolutely agree with you with that. I just wanted to put that notion out there because that in itself can be toxic to the further discussion of what we really need to do in our communities to stop this from happening. We definitely need to invest in more therapy. We definitely need to invest in more community engagement and outreach in order to, better our communities and better our mental health within our communities. But this is definitely a great start. The march was definitely a great start.
Julianne, go ahead.
I agree that the march is a great start, but I think we've got to peel back the layers of, again, this is about white supremacy. It's about follow the money. Why is there such a proliferation of guns in the African-American community? And there are too many guns in this country anyway, but in our community, you don't have to go too far to find an illegal weapon. You don't have to go too far to be able to shoot somebody. It's just too easy.
But Julianne, here's the deal. Here's what I'm going to push back on that. Because even though access to guns, how easy they are, I don't have one. And what I'm saying, this is why I'm saying this. You're right about white supremacy. And what I'm saying is, and I said this when Cleo was here and when some other, the Greg Carr was here, we have to have what I call a reprogramming of black people.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The internal conversations are, even if the guns are sitting right, if the gun is sitting in that chair not far from me, there must be something inside of me that's going to tell me don't reach for it. And I'm saying,
here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Hurt people hurt people. There's a pathology out here that's a pathology of poverty, the pathology of high crime. This Eric Holder who shot Nipsey Hussle, we don't know what his story is. I'm not making excuses for him. He had no business doing it, of course. But Tamika Mallory's point on the tape is a very important point. You swim in this water. Yes, we do need to be reprogrammed, but meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's some external things that we can begin to do about gun availability, about better education, about more employment, all of that.
But we can do both, Chris Metzler. And the thing is, we have to confront the real issues of pain, of trauma, of PTSD, all of these things where somebody can say something and a person goes from 0 to 60 in the matter of seconds, and it goes from a discussion to a murder. And I was listening to one of the guys who got shot along with Nipsey Hussle, an interview that he did, and he said it literally went from this guy talking to Hussle to 3 minutes later, he shot Hussle's dead. It all happened in 3 minutes, Chris.
Yeah, and look, as somebody who owns a number of guns, I've got sons who own a number of guns. In fact, I think you're right, Roland. We do have to have that conversation dealing with those issues of pain, of trauma, of all of those kinds of things. The issue is not the ownership of the gun. The issue is the fact that we are so programmed to use it in a way that it was not meant to be used. And that's the issue. I talk to my sons about that all the time. So that's really the issue more so than anything else.
Well, let me say this here. Again, this guy, some dude on Jared on YouTube is like, well, why don't you carry a gun? Because I don't need to. Because I don't have to. Because I don't want to. Okay? It's real simple. And what I'm saying is we have to begin the process. Even when we are looking at our nieces and nephews and our cousins, when they are fighting, we have to begin to say, that is not how you can resolve conflicts. And so it means us having a collective in our community and not just saying it has to be let's get everybody together for a big meeting. Like, no, it's literally dealing with this notion that the way for us to address our conflict is to actually resort to violence. That simply can't be the case, because if you look at the impact of Nipsey Hussle, and we'll talk about this tomorrow, there was this one person who put together this great chart that showed the economic impact, and guess what? He's gone. All those jobs, all the opportunities, all the things that he did, those things are gone. He didn't die natural death. He died at 33. And so at some point, we've got to be willing to say, how do we have those conversations in our community that's not involving white folks on Fox News talking about, oh, my God, this is what you've been doing? No, that we deal with the reality that we have been programmed as a people to hate one another since 1619. And we have had to deal with terror, generations of terror, generations of mental terror, generations of economic terror, generations of political terror, and we have been trying to claw ourselves out of this. And what I'm saying is, here we are 24 years away from America becoming a nation, majority of people of color, and we have to be sure that we are not ourselves doing the work of white supremacy. So that's why I say there has to be this reprogramming of Black America, and only we can do it. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.